What's something that needs to stop being passed down the generations? At least in my family, the fancy wine glasses. No one ever uses them, everyone keeps them hidden in cupboards because they're too nice to use. They're not even sentimental, someone just picked them up one day and handed them around the family. STDs, cancer, this damn cookie jar. I told my gram it creeps me out. Inheritable diseases and medical conditions. Child abuse. The idea that what you like to do isn't worth anything. Baldness. Thanks Gramps. The I suffered through it, so you can suffer too mentality. Trauma. Dangerous advice for pregnancies, babies, and young children. Most common examples I have seen: castor oil for inducing labor, blankets for sleeping babies, not swaddled, rice cereal in bottles, unless doctor advised, making your own formula. Survivor's bias is big on why this crap still gets passed around despite plenty of research proving they aren't safe. A lot of women don't even bother doing any research or taking free classes their healthcare offers that goes over a lot of this. Deleted. Debt. Making your child as your retirement fund. Hereditary diseases. Mental illness. Expectations. We all have our own goals, desires and dreams. We shouldn't be expected to carry a family business, marry a certain kind of person, attend a particular college, earn a specific amount of money, live in a certain neighborhood. Don't let the opinions of older generations, family or not, dictate your life. Emotional trauma. The whole narrative that because someone is older they deserve blind respect and obedience. If you have a serious genetic medical condition you shouldn't have kids. Racism. Generational trauma. As a black man from the hood, there is only one answer in my world and it's poverty. We gotta start accumulating generational wealth. It will start with me. The bottle up your emotions manliness. Bipolar disorder. Some genetic counseling on family history could be really handy. Being forced to spend time with distant relatives. It's okay not to be around those that live polar opposite lifestyles than you. I have relatives that will never know where I live and for good reason, yet family is always you need to keep in touch. The heck I do. Yelling and slamming doors, cursing at your children and getting angry at them when you're teaching them things. Mental health issues. Smoking. Everybody my age I know who smokes do so because their parents/guardians either enabled them to or did not care enough to stop them. It's terrible. The amount of shitty parents who introduce their children to cigarettes, hard drugs and whatnot is insane. My cousin got addicted to heroin at 14 through this and now spends his days at a mental hospital. Trauma, mental illness, and ass-backwards viewpoints that hold societal progress back. Political affiliation. Think for yourself. Choose for yourself. Not because your parents, grandparents, etc. have always voted for the _ party. Does that party, as they stand today, really represent your values? Will that politician who associates with that party actually vote the way you want them to? In my area, there are several local politicians who run under the umbrella for a particular party because the vast majority of locals will always vote for that party, so the election is effectively set by the primary. Boys having to make the first move. The notion that boys will be boys and little girls are princesses. I was beat and I turned out fine. No, you clearly didn't, because you've grown up thinking hitting little children is an acceptable form of discipline. The idea that one generation is better/had it better than another. Every generation is vastly different and there will always be struggles. Bigotry and racism of every race, black, white, Hispanic or Asian. Debt. The idea that a two-party system works, and that politicians actually care about you. Racism/hate, forced religion. Making kids hug/kiss/snuggle relatives even if they don't want to because grandpa/grandma will have their feelings hurt if you don't. Shows kids that their own bodily autonomy is worth less than someone else's feelings. Also gives them a messed up view of what consent is. Beating your children, making them beat their children in the future. Religion. I don't think religion should be forced upon your children, it should be a choice when they grow up. The whole blood is thicker than water idea. If people in your family suck, remove them from your lives. Just because you are related doesn't mean you have to put up with them. This usually only applies for extended family mostly, but can still apply to immediate family. Mental health issues. Settle down, get married, have kids. Names. Especially since credit reporting, U.S., is such a gamble. My husband, father, grandfather, all have mismatched credit information. I didn't want my son to inherit his dad's bad credit reports, better now, but still. I knew this from experience because my mom and I shared a first and last name and had the same address, etc. Long story short, my husband's family's older generations ostracized my son and hated me for a long time. I apologize for nothing. It was the right decision, and my son has their last name and not mine, and not even a hyphenated last name. Theirs. That's more than enough respect to their legacy. My husband and I didn't take the decision lightly, and I'm the only one catching hate for it anyway. Still no regrets.